Okay. The streak continues. Welcome back to the Irish Red Devils. Michael Carrick is just a legend. He's becoming more. It's hard to believe it's not Scholes, it's Carrick. And 4 in a row, and we are flying, lads, flying. How are we feeling, boys?
Unbelievable. One more to go until it's time for a wee haircut, I think. But
Who's got their thing on? Have you got someone's got the sound on?
Oh, maybe me.
Yeah.
But
turn that shit off.
I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, first things first, it's brilliant to beat Spurs because it's been a long time. Spurs have been like a bogey team for us. I mean, 4 games last season. I think we lost all 4 times, and then we couldn't beat them earlier on this season. So to finally win against Spurs, especially after the Europa League final too, is brilliant. And to do it in that fashion as well was excellent as well. Now, I know Spurs are struggling at the minute. Romero got a red card there, which for me was a red card, but it was, it wasn't intentional. I didn't think either. So a bit unlucky there for Spurs, but in general, brilliant performance by us, dominant display. Spurs had their good moments, definitely during the second half of times they did look threatening, but after Bruno's second goal, we were just in cruise control. So overall, things continuing to be amazing under Michael Carrick.
Gags, what are your thoughts?
Well, the time is nearly here.
You're getting
It's coming.
You're getting far too into these props,
and I think we had discussed that you're going to shave your beard on Tuesday night. Is that what you said?
No, I was saying that if we get 5 games in a row, every single Manchester United fan should shave their head.
Yeah,
imagine that Old Trafford, 70,000 skinheads.
Yeah. No, it was a fantastic game. But do you know something? Look, we'll take it. But the fact that Spurs went down to 10 men after 30 minutes. That was a big help. And even with that, I thought Spurs played all right. I kind of was a bit worried. I thought an equaliser was coming. I thought, we're not killing these guys off. And so at some stage, it's going to be a chance. But no, delighted with it. 4 wins in a row. Let's do this thing. So, we're sitting pretty now. Hopefully, like Liverpool, here Liverpool playing
City tomorrow, yeah.
I don't want City to win, but maybe City Liverpool draw. We get further ahead of Liverpool, get into these Champions League spaces. But I know we've got our Spurs guests here. It's tough times for Spurs. Tough times.
I see Villa's dropped points through out of Bournemouth.
Oh, excellent. So that's good.
Yeah. Before we welcome in Rian, I want to kind of give my thoughts on the game. I thought, again, like when we talked the other night on the pregame show, with Scotty, it was a tight game. Obviously, my biggest thing was whenever we've been here before, when we get a player sent off, Everton earlier in the season, and we were like, 10 men, we should be flying now, and then we ended up getting beat, wasn't it? And kind of blocking those games out of my head. But I think it says a lot to keep going it. And actually, shout out to one of the Woodford boys, Ricky Coleman, big Spurs fan. Tried my best today to get him on the show. I even offered him to make him a cup of tea if he came around and sat in our studio, but hopefully one day we'll get a fan in the studio.
Sure.
But anyway, I was messaging him throughout the game, and whenever Frank made those 3 subs, he had sent me at halftime, says that's game over. I says this is a long way to go. When he made those 3 subs, I had literally sent him a message saying, this isn't over yet. And then literally within a minute, we scored the second.
Yeah,
so I enjoyed text and said, it's over now.
Yeah, it was an opportune time for Bruno to score.
Yeah. But listen, right, that's enough from us. We are absolutely delighted here to welcome in Spurs season ticket holder, I believe. Rian, wasn't to be for you guys today. You know what? I don't want to. Let's just hear what your thoughts are, first of all. What are your thoughts, Spurs?
My take of the game today, the red card absolutely changed the course of the game. Prior to the red card, we were actually playing some good football, some good interchanging. We were in your half. We were playing it around. We were finding space. We were getting into the box. And then after the red card, yes, it wasn't a full-on Man United dominance for the rest of the game, but we were nowhere. There's been a lot of this season, even though he just joined in the summer, there's been a lot of questioning from Spurs fans about Thomas Frank, and I've been one of those Spurs fans. I've been very, very clear that I think our primary problem is players. Is the quality of our squad and the way that we've behaved in the transfer market. I think Frank made some very, very big mistakes today that maybe didn't cost us the game, but certainly didn't help us in not losing that game. And I'll quite happily talk about those.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those mistakes with you.
What in particular?
Well, for starters, I think the reaction to the red card was wrong. His reaction to the red card was what? He brought on Dragusin to replace Odebear and tried to keep our defensive stability intact, and all that did was completely nullify any ability that we had to take the game to you. So with you guys already, with you guys already playing the way that you were, it basically gave the game to you, in my opinion. And I am done. I am done with Thomas Frank's 80th minute substitutions. It's too late to impact the game. He's bringing players on in the between the 80th and 85th minutes, and a lot of them never touch the ball. And I'm done with it. If he wants to impact the game, if he wants to do attacking substitutions, you need to be doing that between the 60th and 75th minute.
Do you know what my thoughts? Just sorry, guys. My thoughts on that, though, from United fans, I actually thought that, that the tactic was probably, and I think maybe you said it in one of our group chat. The tactic was wait to the 80th minute. Is that what you were going to say? Yeah, stole it from you. Okay, I have to give guys 80th minute. Go for it in the last 10 minutes to try to get a goal, because they had been playing very well defensively, and United were. Whenever those subs were coming on, I was thinking to myself, this is actually probably good for United, because it shows they're going to make a go of it. And I thought United were never far away from getting it. It was on the cusp, but they were very well defensively set up, I thought. And then whenever I thought the goalkeeper was good as well, Spurs goalie was good. So yeah, no, I think, but it did happen very, very quickly. I don't know if you can blame the subs to that, but guys, what are your thoughts on that? I know you were saying that.
No, what do you call it? Obviously, we don't watch that much of Spurs. This is obviously a running theme for Thomas Frank, 80-minute subs. From today, I would have thought, like, he's down 10 men from 30 minutes. I kind of thought myself, he's been like, let's keep it tight, let's stay within a goal, and now we're going to go for it. And it never came to fruition, because no sooner were they on and we scored second and the game was over. Now, sounds as if, from what you're saying, your subs never really make that much of an impact, because when I saw Tail coming on, I remember Tail scoring against us early in the season and things, and I was uneasy, and I kind of thought Thomas Frank's whole game plan would have been, he was probably happy at 80 minutes that it was still 1-0, and go, okay, let's try to impact the game. Let's go for it, which is probably the right thing to be thinking. But yeah, it didn't work out. But if this is a running theme, I can understand it. I sort of got his thinking, because you were down to 10 men. But before that sending off, I think it came up in the stat. Like, we had a good enough start to the game, but then over 5 minutes of the game, Spurs had 95% possession. It came up on TNT, and it's just like, this is just not good enough for us. Like, 95% possession Spurs had at Old Trafford for those 5-6 minutes, but then the red card happened. What's your thoughts on Romero now as your captain, and do you think he's a bit of a liability, bit of a hothead?
He plays with his heart on his sleeve, and sometimes that benefit. I do think that today, I personally think it was a harsh red card, and I can really clearly explain why. It's not bias. I really do think that there are reasons why that was harsh. But the main problem that I have with that red card is Romero has control. And let me be clear, I'm on lots of Spurs WhatsApp groups, right? And I am not representative of the Spurs fan base. Romero is the one who has control over that ball. Casemiro is the one who comes in and makes a challenge and doesn't cleanly win the ball. Casemiro came in, both feet, planted them on the ground. The ball bounces off Casemiro, but he never has control over that ball. He never makes a clean tackle. And Romero is then late, just trying to kick the ball. For me, it's a yellow card at best.
Sorry. Go ahead, sir.
For me, it's a yellow card at best, personally. And I think arguably, Casemiro is the one who's endangered another player by going into that tackle and not winning the ball cleanly. Everybody's talking about it as though Romero is the one who made the tackle, and he didn't. Romero had the ball. Romero was the one who was running out with the ball at his feet.
I got to look it up here because I don't know if we're watching the same one.
Casemiro, yes, absolutely, because everybody is thinking.
It's a hot
everybody
take,
is thinking.
I'll tell you something.
Everybody is thinking that Romero is the one who's made the challenge, and he hasn't. Romero collected the ball, did a little, put the ball through behind his legs, took 1 touch, 2 touch, and then Casemiro went in front of him, 2 feet. The ball bounced off Casemiro. Casemiro made the challenge, not Romero.
No, from what I remember, Romero gets the ball, but he follows through. Now, my take on it at the time was, my initial take on it was, I'm not sure. I think I remember saying to you, I'm not sure if that is that. I kind of think that's harsh. That was my initial take. I kind of think that's harsh. And then when I saw it again, like, he's not far off breaking Casemiro's ankle, and it is harsh. I don't think he doesn't mean. I don't believe there's intent there. Now, Ali McCoy's very much would beg to differ, and McCoy's usually speaks sense, and he's he very much was like he has followed through. There's no need to follow through there. My initial thought was, it seems harsh. When I saw it back again, I definitely am not seeing. I know Casemiro is a wee bit like Romero. His reputation goes before him. If Casemiro had made that challenge, he would have got a red card as well.
Yeah,
that's the reality.
I actually don't think this was the turning point of the game. I think the turning point of the game was Martinez dragging down Solanke in the box and a penalty not being given.
When was that?
No, I saw that.
When was that?
So I thought it was, to be honest, I thought it was a bit embarrassing by Solanke. We're not going to agree today.
When was that? Was that early in the game?
Yep. Was it first half? Was it?
Yeah, it was first half.
I missed the first 5 minutes of the game. So did that happen in the first minute?
No. When was it?
It was around the 12th, the 10th or 15th minute, and it was a clear penalty. Absolutely, 100% penalty.
But listen, you'll not be surprised. I don't agree. I thought he went down very soft. I thought there was very little.
But listen here, you wouldn't expect us to agree.
There's 3 different angles there, right? You're saying that the challenge that nearly broke Casemiro's ankle is not a red, but Solanke fell down like a fairy. Do you know what I mean? And it's a definite penalty. You know, there's either it's a non-contact sport or it's a contact sport.
No. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm saying Casemiro going in for a challenge with Romero, getting there first, and Romero trying to kick the ball and being late, for me, isn't a red card. It's a yellow card at best. It's not. Romero has not gone to injure the player. He had control of the ball. So that's the first thing that I'm saying. The second thing I'm saying is Martinez has his hands all over Solanke and drags him down. That's a penalty.
I think it was a similar case in the second half of Maguire.
Would you agree then that was it Van der Ven on Maguire when he actually put? Would you agree that was a penalty then?
Absolutely. It drives me nuts that these guys are allowed to play UFC in the box when there's corners.
Yeah,
absolutely. It should absolutely. Haaland at the last weekend. The amount of rugby tackling and the amount of argy-bargy that goes on in the box It's just like, and do you know what? And lots of people are going on at Arsenal about it.
I was going to say, Arsenal.
They need to get a handle on it. About 3 or 4 years ago, every year, every season, the refs come out with this year we're going to clamp down on X. It was last season, it was anyone talking to the ref except for the captain. Then it was kicking the ball away when it's the other team's free kick to stop them from taking a quick free kick. And I think, was it Rice even got sent off for it because he got a second yellow?
Yeah, second yellow.
And they always come out with these little things. And one of them about 3 or 4 years ago was grappling in the box. Yeah. And it went the same way as all of these other little initiatives. They did it for about 2 games and then they went, I'll just carry on doing it.
I think next year, because of Arsenal's tactics, they're going to make it that all 22 players are not allowed to be in the 6-yard box at a corner.
But you know something? I had actually thought about this before, and I believe Chelsea did it midweek. When Arsenal had a corner, they put 3 players up at the halfway line. So if that corner goes wrong, and that's the way. That's clever. That's the way to start affecting Arsenal.
Yeah.
So, obviously, one of the... you're bang on, sorry, I don't know your name.
You're right, Gags.
So, at the start of the season, we were getting a lot of joy out of set pieces. We even defending set pieces, we were doing really, really well. And then we came to play Chelsea, and they did exactly that. I'm literally there watching it, and they put 3 players up. What does that mean? It means you have to put 4 players back because you don't match them up man for man. You have to have a man over. So you put 4 players back. And what that did was it completely cleared out the penalty box. It took 5-6 players out of that penalty box. Sanchez was just coming in collecting the ball because it was just completely clear. I don't know why it's a tactic that other clubs aren't doing, because it absolutely makes a lot of sense and it seems to work.
Yeah, and against United and Arsenal scored from it, and I remember looking at that and saying it actually wasn't any of the Arsenal players that got in the way of the United goalie. It was the United players because they were there.
They're packing. So somebody's going to get in the way.
The thing about it is, if United's players just stood back off the goalie line and just let the ball come in, the goalie's the biggest guy. He can catch it. He can jump and catch it. If he jumps up and he gets any kind of contact and there's no United players around, then the contacts come from an Arsenal player, and it's probably a foul.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So I totally agree. And well, listen, we've got 10 minutes left of the show. I want to start talking a little bit about the game Tuesday night. I didn't even realise we're playing the Hammers on Tuesday night, going for 5. So if we wrap it up there, we'll talk about the Spurs game today. If that's all right, Rian?
Thank you very much. Just one last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last thing. Your first goal, the Romero goal.
Yeah.
That's another thing I got on against Frank. We are conceding way too many goals. You see the amount of space that Mbeumo had in our penalty area from a corner. That's training pitch stuff, right? That is on the coach. And that shouldn't be allowed to happen, and that is also happening repetitively. So we've got a lot of problems. Well done to you guys today. I've got a lot of Man United mates, and I've seen you guys sort of really start to take off, and all the power to you. I hope that you can keep on going and maybe reel Arsenal in for us, but we'll never know. All the best.
All right,
catch you guys later.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, cheers, man.
All right, speak to you soon. All right. Well,
all
right. It's mad opinions and fan opinions. And
I was going to say there, Dan, when Rian said just before I go, just one last thing. I thought he was going to say Romero shouldn't have got sent off. I was like, don't go there again.
Yeah. No.
Anyway,
do you know what I just realised? You see, showing that video, that got us kicked off Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
So we're still live on YouTube, but we got kicked off Facebook.
The Glazers.
It popped up, copyright Glazers.
Copyright. It's always their fault. They do nothing.
But okay. So Do you know what? It reminded me so much of life. That reminded me so much of life before Michael Carrick was around.
Why the Spurs?
Yeah, the pain. I could feel it. I could see it.
But we've noticed that before earlier in the season. We were having like a symbiotic relationship with these Spurs fans because we are both experiencing the same pain, but we're more on the bright side of the road now. Yeah, hopefully it continues. But Tuesday night, haircut time. We have to do it, but I am concerned.
Yeah,
I am concerned.
Right, we've got 5 minutes. Let's talk a wee bit here because
West Ham away. If you're trying to get 5 games in a row won and you're in 4 games and your 5th game is West Ham away, I don't care where West Ham are on the table. I don't care what their form is. That is not a fixture you want to be going into the 5th game with. Our record at London Stadium is very poor. Of course, last time we played at London Stadium was the 2-1 defeat, which got Earth and Hag sacked. Albeit we actually played very good. We probably should have won the match.
Dallo missing open goal.
Have we not played there since that? Did Amber not have a game there?
Nope.
What?
How did that happen?
Because it was last season.
Oh, yeah. Was that the time Dallo missed open goal? Was that the last time he played in
London Stadium?
That sad excuse of a stadium?
Yeah.
It must have been early in the season.
We've had so many losses there, so I'm kind of worried about winning 5 games in a row coming out of this one. But I would like to think with West Ham in poor form and with us clearly, with good momentum behind us, finally playing football, finally with confidence as well, I would still like to think we should have enough to win this one here.
The only thing concerns me is these players aren't used to playing twice in a week. So they turn up on Tuesday night and go, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
That's my only concern.
West Ham have been on a bit of form, See, they got a win there today. They've got 3 wins. They've got 3 wins in their last 6 games as well. So I definitely think it's going to be a challenging game.
Can I just give a wee shout out from today's game? I actually thought, funny, the Spurs guy talking about ineffective subs that they seem to find. I thought our subs really put in a shift today. I thought Shesko put in a real shift. Xerxes was working. And a big shout out, because I watched him when he came on. Young Tyler Fletcher. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that his debut? Because Jack Fletcher's been playing.
Yeah.
He came on with a couple of minutes ago plus injury time, and he must have got the ball about 9 or 10 times and used it. I was very impressed by him. So big shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was. He was good. I very much so. It impressed me. I know a certain person in our house is like, "Oh, he's just come on. It's an easy game now." But no, look, it's still a Premiership game, and I thought he played well. But anyway, back to Tuesday night. Just want to give that shout out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think I'm trying to get Aaron in. Aaron, he was with us.
West Ham.
The last one.
And I go to Crackpot on Monday.
Yeah, I was ringing him earlier, and he hung up on me. He knew it was.
They're scared. I mean, we are out to get them. They are scared.
I want them in the studio, though, on
brilliant.
Tuesday night. So, Aaron, if you're watching this here, this is where you need to be on Tuesday night. And just think about how much you would enjoy it if you won. But you see this thing about the 5 games in a row. It's not really, it shouldn't be I'm hoping to God the players aren't talking about this. It should just be the next game. Forget about it. This guy's haircut doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure the players aren't talking about the haircuts. They're playing. They're talking about the next game. They're talking about the next game.
And I don't know.
Momentum. But
what do you want? What do you want tomorrow? With City are playing Liverpool tomorrow.
A draw.
You draw.
Yeah.
Well, so that would a point would put City in 48.
Do you know something? Because City Liverpool, you don't want Liverpool winning because we want to create daylight, but at the same time we are not that far away from City, so a draw would do nicely.
Yeah,
agree.
Yeah,
it's terrible to think this way too, but positions do mean money. Do you know what I mean? So
to do top 5, Champions League. That's what.
But even at that, 1, 2, and 3, the difference in that, but not that we'll spend it anyway.
No,
but okay. So predictions for Tuesday night then.
Okay,
Killian, do you want to start with you?
Yeah, sure. I think that the one's going to be another high tempo match, as it has been for the rest of Michael Carrick's matches. I think it'll be tricky. I think West Ham will really go toe to toe with us. I think they'll use home advantage, albeit, it is hard for West Ham to create atmosphere at the London Stadium. But I still think anytime we do play there, they sort of have that home edge to them, which gives them a big boost. So I think they will be toe to toe. I think they really will bring this game down to the wire, and I think it would be high scoring as well. But I think 5-0 is coming, folks. I think this is the time now. If it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen. I think a 3-2 win for United. I think it will be goals galore here. We could see maybe a late winner as well in away to West Ham. But yeah, I think it'll be a brilliant match of football. And I think although West Ham will play very good, I still think United are in too good form. And I think we're just about going to get a victory and end our London Stadium hoodoo.
So 3-1, do you say?
3-2.
3-2, right, okay.
Yeah, I'm concerned about it as well. And the thing about West Ham is West Ham are on actually a good run of form. We don't play well at that stadium of theirs.
Thing.
And you got to remember, West Ham are currently in relegation, so they're fighting for their lives. So it's going to be tough, but I think our momentum is going to get us there. I predict 2-1 victory. Tough, tight, but 3 points.
I think it must just be the visual of this, because there's so much space around the pitch. But like, it just seems like a really, really big pitch, and I think it's probably, I'm sure it's no bigger than Old Trafford, but it just seems really big. So I think I don't know, I can't see United letting in 2 goals, to be honest with you. And I know that's a massive game today, West Ham beating Burnley. You know, that puts a wee bit of space between them. I definitely think it will be a really tight game. I guess West Ham will see them scoring a goal, but I'm gonna go 3-1. Because I think West Ham are going to need to score. As long as United get a lead, West Ham are going to have to attack. They can't sit back, and I think we've got too much. We're just on a wave at the moment, and there's too much firepower up front. So let's hope we're right anyway, and we can keep this run, because listen, it's great to watch, and again, entertaining football.
Yeah,
that's what we want.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable way to start the weekend.
Yeah,
big time.
All right, guys, we'll finish it there.
Go on, Michael.
Right. So can Manchester United get 5 in a row on Tuesday night? Of course they can.
Of course they can.
Of course they can. All right, guys, thanks very much for listening. Thank you to coming in, boys. And sure, we will see you on Tuesday night. Come on, United.
Come on, United.
Come on, the Reds.